Hi guys, and welcome to another video where today I'm going to be attempting to predict the scores and results of week 15 of the Premier League season. Unfortunately, I'm on my own today, or this evening. Shmoo888, Nathan, is unable to make it tonight on these predictions, and I apologise, this is going out a day late as well. So it's actually been a very hectic time in the Premier League over the last week or so, with each team playing twice. For game week 13, the scores, I'll have to say, is Shmoo actually had 5 points for week 13. I came up with 8 points. Then on week 14, he had 9 points and I had 6 points. So overall, I've got 98 points and Nathan Shmoo has got 100 points. Looking at the comment section for week 13, Nathan Evans came up trumps again with 7 points. Well done, Nathan. And on week 14, which I didn't do a video for, but as you know, when I don't do videos, my predictions are on Instagram. The highest scorer was Samaz Kams with 10 points. So Samaz, well done. But that's enough of previous weeks. Let's have a look into the future and week 15. Okay, I'll just quickly run through my predictions and I'll call out Nathan's as well. We'll start with Chelsea against Newcastle. This is the early kickoff on Saturday. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Chelsea. I think they're going to be too strong for Newcastle. Nathan, on the other hand, he also thinks Chelsea are going to be too strong for Newcastle, and he's also gone for 2-0. Moving on to the next fixture, which is the first of the 3 o'clock fixtures. We've got Brighton against Liverpool. Liverpool are on a fine run of form at the moment. They're actually in 5th position. Brighton stumbling a little bit, but they haven't won in about 4 games, but they are still grinding out the draws. Doing reasonably well this season. They're up into 10th position, which for a team that's just come up the Championship is brilliant, really. And Chris Lautman's doing a sound job down there on the south coast. But I think Liverpool are going to be too strong. Even though Liverpool haven't been playing great for the whole of the season away, I can actually see them coming out with a 2-0 victory. Shmoo, on the other hand, he actually thinks Brighton are going to score, but ultimately he thinks Liverpool are going to win as well, and he's gone for a 2-1 victory. Next up, we've got Everton versus Huddersfield. Everton having a torrid time for this season. However, they did pull off an amazing result in midweek with that 4-0 victory. Rooney with a hat-trick, of course, and a blinder of a goal in that match as well. I can actually see Everton continuing that little run of form. Sam Allardyce, of course, has taken over. He was in the stands against West Ham. He'll be down there on pitch side or on the bench for this fixture, and I can actually see Everton running out 2-0 winners. Nathan as well, he's actually gone for a victory for Everton, and he's gone 1-0. Next up, we got Leicester versus Burnley. Leicester doing really well at the moment, on a good run of form. Burnley, tough to beat. Sean Dyche, as we said in previous videos, sets up his team well. They're not going to concede many. However, I've gone for a 1-1 draw in this fixture, and Nathan actually mirrors what I've said. He can actually see a Leicester 1, Burnley 1 score draw 2. In the next match, we've got Stoke against Swansea. Swansea can't score for toffee. They're having a real tough time of it at the moment. They're bottom from but 1 in the Premier League, of course, losing against Chelsea in the last match. Okay, it was a narrow defeat, and prior to that, at home against Bournemouth, they didn't score but they did grind out that 0-0 draw. I can't see them scoring again. I think Stoke will get a goal, and I can see the Potters coming away with a 1-0 victory. Nathan can actually see a Stoke victory as well, but he thinks Swansea are going to score, and he's gone for 2-1. Next match is Watford against Spurs. Spurs kind of on going through a bit of a tricky patch at the moment. They're chopping and changing their defence. I think they've got 1 or 2 injury. I think Alderweireld, he may be out at the moment as well. I'll have to check my facts on that. Watford, up and down really. They've had a good couple of victories in the last 3 matches. Manchester United, they did get a couple of goals against Manchester United, and we know how hard it is to break down that the Red Devils' defence. Watford are at home. Spurs, I think Spurs have to start picking up points. Have to score, have to grind out those wins if they want to get it back into those Champions League positions. And I think they can actually do it in this match. And I can see Spurs winning 2-1. Shmoo also agrees with me. He's gone for a 1-0 victory for Tottenham. In the next match, the final of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we've got West Brom against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, bottom of the table. They are improving on the pitch. They haven't lost now in the last 3, drawing 2 and winning 1. They are coming up against West Brom. West Brom in 17th, teetering on the edge of the relegation zone themselves. They have ground out a couple of draws, quite impressive draws as well, in the last 2 matches in this last week. It was a 2-2 draw against Newcastle, and they did get that 1-1 stalemate against Tottenham at Wembley. In this one, I can see that form continuing. I think it's going to be a draw, and I've gone for West Brom 1, Crystal Palace 1. Nathan agrees. He's actually gone for a stalemate of 0-0. Moving on to the 5:30 fixture, the evening fixture for Saturday is Arsenal against Manchester United, the big one. Arsenal, excellent at home this year, been impressive. Man United, beginning to score goals. Pogba's come back into the side and they look so much better. However, I can't really, there's nothing much between these two at the moment in terms of form, and I'm going for goals, and I think it's going to be a Desmond 2-2, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 2. Shrew, Nathan, he actually thinks Mourinho is going to continue with Manchester United. He's going to grind out a win at Arsenal, and he's gone for a 2-1 victory to the Red Devils. Moving on to the Sunday fixtures now, we've got Bournemouth against Southampton. Southampton had a very they were unfortunate to lose it in the end against Manchester City, with Man City scoring so late into injury time for that 2-1 victory. Prior to that, they demolished Everton, Everton of course went on for a fine victory on I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday evening, and was that when? Yeah, Tuesday evening. But against Bournemouth in 15th position, I can actually see Southampton grinding out a narrow 2-1 victory. Nathan, on the other hand, thinks this is going to end in stalemate at 1-1. The final match of the weekend is Manchester City, and the Manchester City juggernaut keeps strolling on or marching on to the title, as we've said, and I think this is going to be a comprehensive victory for Manchester City, and I can see them coming out with a 3-0 win. Nathan thinks they're going to go one more better, and he thinks it's going to be 4-0 to Manchester City. So that's the fixtures, our predictions for this week. As always, I'm going to leave a template of the fixtures in the description. All you need to do is copy and paste that, put them in your comments, make your predictions, and you, like Nathan Evans and Samers Cams, may get a shout out in the next video. But for now, guys, I'm off. I need to go and have a lie down. I'm absolutely knackered. But for now, I'll bid you farewell, and I'll see you in the next video.